Good morning everyone and welcome to the class. Presently we are doing the chapter Major Landforms of the Earth, and under this chapter we have discussed that the surface of the earth is not same everywhere. The earth has different landforms, and we have seen that there are two important factors which are responsible for these different landforms on the earth, and these factors are, the first is internal factor, or we can also say it internal process, and the second is external factor or external process. And in this regard we have seen that internal process is that process which is going on within the earth. Within the earth there is some process is going on, and this process causes difference in the surface of the land. And there are some external forces also, and these external forces like wind, snow, water, these external forces do two things at the same time. First thing is wearing down, or we can also call it erosion. They erode the surface of the earth, and on the other hand they rebuild the surface of the earth by the material which they have eroded. जिस मटेरियल को वो इरोड करते हैं उसी मटेरियल से वो रीबिल्डिंग करते हैं, एंड दिस प्रोसेस ऑफ रीबिल्डिंग इज नोन एज deposition. And after that we have discussed about the mountains, which are an elevated land which has a narrow summit. The base is broad and the summit is narrow. And we have also seen that the climate of the mountains is not suitable for a human, and this is the land is also not flat. So these are the two important causes for very less population in the mountainous region. And then we have also discussed about mountain range. When we see that mountains are arranged in a line, then we call it mountain range. And then we have discussed about mountain types of mountain, like fold mountain, block mountain, volcanic mountain. And we have also discussed the figures, how these the formation of these mountains can be shown by figures. And we have also discussed the examples of these mountains. And then we have discussed about plateau. Plateau, we know it is also an elevated land with flat top. The top is flat. Okay, and we have also seen that the plateau has different heights. Some plateaus are few hundred meters high, some plateaus are thousands meter high. And in this regard we have also seen that the highest plateau is the Tibet plateau, which is 4,000 to 6,000 meters above the sea level. And then in the previous class we have discussed about the plains. The plains are large stretches of flat land. These plains they have a very their height is very little. It is not more it does not have more than 200 meters height. Its height is maximum 200 meters above the sea level. And we see we have seen that these plains are formed by the rivers. These plains are formed by the depositional activities of the rivers. Rivers are flowing from the mountainous region, and when they flow from the mountainous region they erode the surface of the mountain They carry with them sand, silt and stone, and when they reach the lower area where the slope is not, when they reach the flat area, they start depositing all these materials, and in this way plains are formed. And we have also discussed about the utility of plains. Plains are the thickly populated areas of the world, because the plains, they provide us flat surface, so they are most suitable for the construction of transport network. And not only this, building of houses is also very easy in plains. And plains, the soil is also fertile, because the soil is made up from the depositional activities of the river. So the soil is also fertile and the land is flat. So this the plains are very important for cultivation. And we have seen the examples of plain, like the plains of India, North India, which are formed by Ganga and Brahmaputra, and in China there is a plain which is formed by Yangtze river. Okay, and now we will discuss the landforms and the people. Landforms and the people. Life of people depends very much on the landforms. The life of people is the life of people changes according to the landforms. There are different kinds of landforms on earth, and accordingly human live on these landforms, and they live differently. In all these landforms, people live differently. There are mountainous regions. These mountainous regions are very, they have a great slope, है ना, slope बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. Then the topography is also very rugged, rough. जो उनका surface होता है, land surface होता है, वो बहुत ही rough होता है. तो we see that life is very difficult in mountainous areas. It is not easy. It is not easy life in the mountainous region. People has to struggle in order to live in a mountainous region. And if we compare the condition of plains with the condition of mountains, we see that the plains provide much better condition, because the plains are flat surface. They are the flat land. So when we live on the flat land and we live on the slopy land, there is very the condition is very different from each other. So the life is also different. In plains we have an easy life, and in mountainous region we have a difficult life, because of the landform, because of the surface of the earth. On flat land like plains, it is very easy to grow crops, or people can build a house in a very easy manner, or roads and rail tracks can also be constructed easily. But if we want to build a house in mountainous region, then it is not an easy task, because the surface is like this. तो हमें जब हाउस बनाना होगा तो ये ऐसे हाउस बनेगा, isn't it? और जब सरफेस हमारा प्लेन है तो हमारा हाउस कैसे बनेगा, ऐसे बनेगा. तो it is more easier to build in on flat surface. Likewise, अगर हमें रोड बनाना है, if we have to construct a road or we have to lay the railway tracks, then also we find that it is easy to do in flat areas than to do in the slopy areas. Okay. Sometimes we also face natural calamities. Now, what do you mean by natural calamities? Natural calamities are those extraordinary situation, extraordinarily bad situation which is created by nature, like earthquake, volcanic eruption, flood. All these are examples of natural calamities. Such things which are caused by nature, and its effect is very bad for human being. Agar many times we experience earthquake, if the earthquake is not of high magnitude, then it's okay. But if the earthquake is of high magnitude, then it causes lot of destruction. Many times we see that the houses are collapsed, the trees fall down because of this earthquake. Likewise, floods, they also cause so many destruction for the people. People face difficulty in their day-to-day life. There is so much loss of property, loss of lives. All these are caused because of natural calamities. So we see that if we are aware of these calamities, and if we are knowing how to behave, what to do at the time of these calamities, then we can save many lives and property also. So what is important, if we want that natural calamities should cause less destruction, we cannot stop these natural calamities because they are natural. Our control is not on these natural factors. But what we can do, we can minimize the loss of life and property by creating awareness. What should we do at the time of such calamities? Okay. So we see that in our surroundings there is land, there is water, and many times we see that the land is used in a wasteful manner. Many times we see that the houses are constructed on a fertile land. The land is very fertile, and that land could have been used for the purpose of cultivation. But because of unawareness, we build houses on the fertile land. So what is this? This is the use of the land in a wasteful manner. We should not waste the fertile land by constructing house on that land. And many times we also see that we throw garbage on land, or many times people throw garbage in river also, and in this way we make the land useless. And the water, if we are throwing garbage in the water, then the river is becoming dirty. So this should not be done. These are the many times it is said these natural resources like air, water, land, these are the natural gifts of nature. No, these are not natural gifts. देखो जब हमें गिफ्ट मिलता है तो हम क्या करते हैं कि वी कैन यूज दैट गिफ्ट इन आर ओन वे. जैसे हमें यूज करना है हम उस गिफ्ट को यूज कर सकते हैं क्योंकि हमें ये गिफ्ट मिला है ना. तो नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज को हमें गिफ्ट नहीं मानना है. दे आर नॉट गिफ्ट. हमें ये जो नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज जो हमारी चारों तरफ हैं, these natural resources are we got these natural resources as loan from our future generation. हमारे जो फ्यूचर में आने वाली जनरेशन्स हैं उनसे हमने लोन लिया है. ये जो नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज जो हमारे चारों तरफ एयर है, वाटर है, लैंड है, all these natural resources are we have taken all these natural resources on credit from our future generation. और हमें इन सारे रिसोर्सेज को अपने फ्यूचर जनरेशन को सही फॉर्म में वापस करना है. जिस फॉर्म में हमने लिया है उसी फॉर्म में उसको वापस करना है. सो देयर शुड नॉट बी any kind of misuse of resources. There should not be any kind of overuse of resources. हमें अपने resources को बचा के रखना है ताकि हमारी जो future generation है वो उसको use कर सके. Okay, so this is your chapter is now completed, and now we will see the book, because there are some pictures, some figures are given in your book which need to be discussed. So now we will see your book. Okay, so this is your chapter, major landforms of the earth, and you can see in the beginning of the chapter they are given a picture of waterfall. This is the picture of a waterfall, and then we will see that a beautiful picture is given in which various landforms are there, and in this we can see mountains. Mountain, this is mountain. Okay, and then these are the so many mountains are there, so it is called mountain range. Okay, and this is plateau. Plateau is an elevated land. You can see it here. This is an elevated land, है ना, ऊपर उठा हुआ जो लैंड होता है, and जिसका the top of the plateau is a flat surface, है ना. So we can see it here. Plateau is an elevated land with flat top. Okay, and then plains are here. These plains are formed by rivers. You can see river is there, and the plains are formed by the soil, by the silt, by the stone and sand which is brought by the rivers with them. Okay, and now we will see various types of mountain. In this picture, this is the picture of Himalayas, the young fold mountain, है ना. And in this picture you can see the fold mountain, how it is formed. This is important for you because this figure you must draw in your notebook. Okay, this is the crust of the earth. You can see various layers are there, and this is the fold mountain, and there is an activity also. You can do it uh, mm, on your own, this activity, in which what you have to do, that a pile of paper is required. Okay, put the papers on your table. Put the papers on your table, and then what you have to do is to push the papers from both sides by your hand. As you can see, this guy pushing the paper from both sides, है ना, अपने हाथ से वो पेपर को पुश कर रही है. Okay, so when you will push the paper from both the sides, what will happen that the sheet will be folded and rise into a peak. It will make a peak. ये ऐसे rise कर जाएगा. Okay, and thus you have made a mountain. So in the same way, the fold mountains are formed, but this process is very slow, so we are not aware of all these processes, but these processes are always going on. Okay, and now this is block mountain. How the block mountain is formed? As I told you, there are these are the various layers of the crust of the earth, and you can see there is vertical displacement of the area of the earth. This area of the earth is previously it was at the same level. पहले ये यहाँ पर था, but due to pressure, what happened that it was displaced. वर्टिकल डिस्प्लेसमेंट हुआ, ये नीचे की तरफ चले गए. ओके, सो इन दिस वे ब्लॉक माउंटेन्स आर फॉर्म्ड. सो इसमें हम क्या देखते हैं, जो अपलिफ्टेड ब्लॉक्स होते हैं, जो ऊपर उठे हुए ब्लॉक्स होते हैं, दे आर कॉल्ड हॉर्स्ड, एंड द लोअर ब्लॉक्स आर कॉल्ड ग्रैबन. Okay, hoist and graben. So this is an example. This is how block mountains are formed. And now the third type of mountain, that is volcanic mountain. This is the picture of a volcanic mountain. And here you can see how this volcanic mountain is formed. So first of all, you can see it here. It is magma. Okay, magma is uh, here at the center, and the magma is putting so much pressure around itself. Why this pressure is there? Because the temperature of the magma is very high. Okay, so temperature is very high and it is exerting pressure on the area that is around us, and because of this what happens that this magma starts to come out. Okay, and this is the huge cloud of steam, volcanic ash and gas which is coming out. Okay, and we can see this these are lava bombs, and the volcanic cone is composed of layers of ash and lava. This is volcanic cone. This is the volcanic mountain, and it is composed of layers of ash and lava. Okay, so this is the formation of a volcanic mountain, and this is the sporting activity, the most interesting, and it is named skiing in mountainous region. This is one of the most interesting sports, most popular sports of the mountainous region. And now this is the picture of a plateau. Okay, and now we will see the picture of a plain. In this picture, you can see the surface is completely flat, and people are doing farming activity in this flat land, because uh, land is flat, so it is very much suitable for the purpose of agricultural activity. And now we will see this is the rope bridge. The bridge is made up of rope, and it is in Arunachal Pradesh. It seems very unstable, but it is there, and people used to use this bridge in order to go from one place to another. Okay, this rope bridge is in Arunachal Pradesh. And now you can see this is a picture of a polluted river. You can see how polluted the river is. People have thrown so much garbage in the river, and because of this, what happened? That the water of the river has become polluted. And in the similar way, what happened? We have also polluted our rivers, like Ganga. Ganga river has been polluted by people. We used to throw garbage. We used to throw industrial waste in the river. Not only this, the sewer water also goes in the Ganga river. So all these things caused high level of pollution in the Ganga river. And then what happened? That Swachh Bharat mission was started by Government of India. And this Swachh Bharat mission is a program by the Government of India to make people aware of the importance of cleanliness. Why we need to why we need to live in a clean environment. Okay, so this is a cleanliness drive of the Government of India, Swachh Bharat Mission. Okay, now you can see there are so many pictures, and the pictures have been numbered. Picture number 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then you can analyze all the pictures. In picture number 1, what we see, what kind of landform feature has been shown in picture number 1? It is desert. You can see sands are there, camels are there. So it is desert where the climate is very hot and dry, and there is all there is sand everywhere. And the most important means of transport in these deserts are camels. Okay, now the in the figure number 2, we can see it's a picture of a beach, and a sea is there, and this is the beach where people go for the purpose of entertainment, for the purpose of enjoying the uh, landform. Okay, and then in the picture number 3, we can see it's a river, and in which boating is done by the people. Okay, and then we can see this picture number 4. It is the picture of a plain area. Okay, where different huts are formed. And now in picture number 5, it is the picture of a mountainous region, because you can see the height of the houses. uh, you can observe the houses, the height of the house is this much at the lower level. But when we you will see in at the upper level, what is happening, the height of the house is increasing. Why the height of the house is increasing? Because the land is लाइक दैट, है ना. लैंड का जो लैंड जो है वो इसी तरह से उसमें स्लोप है. तो इस कारण से हम क्या देख रहे हैं कि वो हाइट बढ़ती जा रही है. इट मीन्स कि इट इज अ माउंटेनियस रीजन. ओके, एंड देन इन पिक्चर नंबर 6 you can see there are people who are farming, and this is the reason of a mountain. It is also a mountainous region because you can observe the slope. Slope is there, है ना? And this slope is in the mountainous region. or I told you the climate of the mountain is very much suitable for the cultivation of tea. So in this picture, these women are picking the tea leaves. These are plants of tea, है ना? And these women are picking the tea leaves. And after picking it up, then they are keeping these leaves in the basket. You can see there is basket at the back of these women, है ना? So वो pick कर रही हैं, तोड़ रही हैं उसको टी के लीव्स को और फिर उसको अपने बास्केट में वो रख रही हैं. एंड नाउ इट इज पिक्चर नंबर 7. In this you can see this is also a picture of mountainous region, because here we can see also the slope, okay, and houses are made in this mountainous region. And now this is picture number 8. In this uh, people are enjoying the water sport, and this sport water sport is known as rafting, okay. And in the picture number 9 we can see that uh, the cattle are there, है ना? Cattle, they are grazing, they are in the search of green grasses, and they are grazing there. So this land is used for pastoral activity. And in this picture number 10, you can see it's a very cold region where snowfall is going on. है ना? And in this, you can see the bus is moving. This is the picture of a bus, and the bus is moving on the road. So this is all about your chapter, and now in the next class we will start a new chapter. Okay.